good morning. Today is Friday, May 12th, and we have a couple birthdays today. Today is Debbie Billman, B-I-L-M-A-N. It's Debbie's birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Debbie. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Heather, and the name of her channel is Heather Rose Up. But I haven't seen any videos from Heather lately. But Heather, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heather. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Joan Johnson's birthday. So Joan, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joan. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you all have a great, great birthday. Got a lot of plans for today. We were going to go to the gym today, but we decided, we're just going to wait till Tuesday. So we're not going to go to the gym today. But Alyssa called me, and she said, Grandma, can you do me a big, big favor? She's texting me because she's in school. I know she shouldn't be on her phone. But she said, I forgot my lunch money, and I'm really hungry. Could you bring me a McDonald's for my lunch? And so I texted back. I said, yes, what time is your lunch? And she says, can you buy for my friends? They said they'd pay me back. I said, okay, let me know what they need. So she said, well, there's 3 of us. And I said, okay, 3 altogether? And she said, no, 4 with me. So I said, okay, what do you need? So she sent me her order. And as I was driving, Jim said he'd drive with me because he had some stuff we were going to do together that he wanted to get done. And so we left to go. And this is a little bit out of order. I've taped all my day because it's not really good morning. You caught me. But it's later in the afternoon. But anyway, it's nonetheless, I'm telling you what we're going to do and what we did do and what was planned on doing. On the way to McDonald's, Alyssa texted me again. She says, oh, my other friend, she found out we were going to McDonald's. Can we get one more thing? And I said, yeah, fine, whatever. So she gave it to me. And then when we were going into the school, I was carrying it because we got 2 20-piece chicken McNuggets, 5 orders of fries, and 5 drinks. And then I had brought 4 cupcakes because I didn't know I was getting the extra order for the other little girl. They're 16. Alyssa's going to be 16 on the 22nd. So when I got to the school, when we were going in, the bag broke. But thankfully, none of the food fell on the ground. It was just the packets of the sauces for the chicken McNuggets. And then when I brought it into the office, I said, I brought this for my granddaughter. Now I got like 2 bags of food and 5 drinks. And she says, just for your granddaughter? And so I she lied a little bit. And I says, it's her birthday. It's a birthday celebration. So she could have McDonald's with her friends for her birthday. Which is technically not a lie because it was I consider it part of her birthday present because it was $36 just for the McDonald's. I'm thinking just for food. And oh my gosh. So we dropped that off, and then we did all of our running. And then we got home, and Jim and I, we were catching up on all of our shows that we were watching. We watched the Law and Order series on Thursday, and then we watched the Chicago series on Wednesday. Plus we watched Survivor on Wednesdays. But and then on Mondays and Tuesdays we watched the 911s together. But for the most part, Jim mostly watches the ball game. I find watching a ball game, and I know so many of you look forward to watching your ball games. I'd rather watch paint dry. It's just like, it's like, maybe if there was only 5 innings, but 9. Whoever thought of 9 innings? It's just like forever. I know that they've loosened up the game a little bit, so it's a little quicker nowadays, but it's still like, oh my gosh. And I know people live for their game, for their teams, and maybe because we just don't have winning teams here in Detroit, in the Detroit area. I guess I don't really. I mean, we used to. We had the bad boys of basketball. The Tigers won the World Series at one point. They were anyway. I just never. Now I played ball. I played softball. I love playing softball, but I don't like watching it. I just don't. And then I got my summer clothes out. I have them in the washing machine now. I'm going to wash them because I think I'm going to bring some shorts for tomorrow. Because we're really looking forward to going tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to the weekend. And then Jimmy told me to bring some tulips home for him, so he wants to plant some tulips. So we're going to look for some tulips. Jim doesn't really want to plant any tulips because we have stones as our, not mulch, is our, like filler, I guess. And it's like a big production to pull the stones back and then to cut through the weeding pack, like the garbage. No, that's not garbage. Like the stuff you put on to prevent the weeds, like the plastic and that. And then you got to cut around that and blah. So he doesn't want to do all of that. So we're thinking I have like permanent planters by my front door, and I have a couple on my deck that maybe I'm just going to get some tulips for that. And then once, like in the summer, I always just put annuals in there anyhow. So we'll go from there. But Jimmy's just, just new with his landscaping. So we'll see which ones we think are the prettiest. And other than that, that's it. Trying to coordinate for Alyssa's birthday. Jimmy can't make it because he golfs on a league on Thursdays. He used to always golf on a Wednesday, but for some reason the league switched to Thursdays. So, he's been with the league for years and years and years, and so he wants to stay on it, which is completely understandable. So when he came to pick Alyssa up after his golf match or whatever yesterday, he says, well, did you talk to everybody about switching the day? And I said, well, unfortunately, Thursday is the only day that works for everybody except for you. Any other day, it was like a hit and miss that nobody could make it and that. So he says, well, I won't be here for Alyssa's birthday then. And Alyssa was so disappointed. So I called around to Christy and Denise and to Danny and my sister Mary, and we're going to try to coordinate it for the 23rd, which is it's a Tuesday, the day after Alyssa's birthday, that we can all get together, because we were going to do it the day before on a Wednesday, but Sebastian has a baseball game and we can't do it on the Thursday like we normally do it because Sophia's going away camping with her aunt for the weekend, for Memorial Day weekend. Christy works on Mondays. Jim does shoot on a league on Tuesdays, but he said he would miss the league that one week because he could do a makeup, shoot. So that's what I think we're going to have. But when we were at dinner last night, when Sebastian was the only one eating his steak, he was relishing the fact that he was the only one that had steak. Everybody else had hamburgers and hot dogs and the Italian sausages. But I got to get the phone. I'll be right back. Well, I didn't need to get it. It was a robocall. But anyway, so he was just relishing the fact that he had that. And so Alyssa said, for my birthday, would you make me a lobster? I said, if that's what you want, I'll make you a lobster. I said, but I have to tell you, I've never cooked a lobster. I've never ate a lobster. You're going to have to listen to it scream while I'm cooking it because you got to cook it fresh. And she says, what do you mean? And I says, well, you cook them alive. Oh, well, I don't want lobster. I didn't know how that... I don't know. I remember the one time my next door neighbor... I always wanted a fresh lobster, Mrs. Colella. Always wanted a fresh lobster. And when my dad went to Boston, brought home some fresh lobster on the plane. And he took them out and for all the neighborhood kids to see, and the lobsters were walking around. He was like, oh, yeah, this is so cool. Look at these lobsters walking around. And so then Mrs. Colella, they brought them over to Mrs. Colella's house, and she had this big pot of boiling water. And we're, we're watching the lobsters walk around, and then she picks it up and shakes it off and throws it in the water, and you hear the lobster scream, and it's like, oh, it's like, I've never had a lobster. I think I just have that memory of that poor lobster boiling to death. It was like, it was just, and then they all sat down and ate, and even all the other kids, they said, oh, this is so good. I thought, I couldn't do it. So I've never had lobster. And I realized that any animal that you've eaten, like your chickens and your hamburgers and stuff, were at one point was an animal. But I didn't watch them being slaughtered. I think it puts a whole nother frame of mind in your... And I realize that there's people out there that raise meat birds and they eat those birds. And I know they're not raising them as pets or anything like that. And that's the whole purpose of having them. And I don't know. Sometimes I think if you're blind to stuff, it's easier to swallow. It's the only thing I can think of. But so anyway, Jim's getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to... I've already taken my shower. My hair is... somewhat okay, and then I'll bring you with us on our day. How's that sound? So let me see what's going to go on, and I will talk to you soon. We'll see. Well, Jim and I have a little bit of running around to do. Jim has a favorite clock that's going to cost us more to fix, I think, than to buy another one, but I completely understand since I'm a clock lover. And Alyssa texted me this morning and asked me if I would go to McDonald's for her lunch hour and treat
all of her classmates
and treat 3 of her friends. So I said, of course I will. So We are on our way to McDonald's to pick that up, and then we're going to go to Hobby Lobby. Look, we got short sleeve shirts on. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Well, we dropped the food off at from McDonald's to Alyssa's school, and I dropped one of the bags and it ripped. But thankfully, the food didn't get on the ground. Just packets for the different stuff. And then we brought it into the office, and then I said, "This is for my granddaughter," and she said, "All this food?" Because we got 2 20-piece chicken nuggets, 5 fries, 5 Cokes, and a chicken sandwich. And then I brought some cupcakes in that we had left over from yesterday to get them out of the house so they wouldn't tempt us, right, Jim?
Exactly.
So let's get moving on. Okay, second stop on the journey is Hobby Lobby. We're gonna look and see if we can get some a kit to make a clock. If Jim ever comes around, where is he at? Where did he go? Here he comes. Here he comes.
Yes.
So many choices. Maybe just the difference of the sizes of them, or are they both the same size? Or maybe they're just all over the place the same.
Yeah. Oh, I like that Chajinga. What's that game that you take
Jenga?
all the... Yeah, Chajinga.
Such a decision.
Yeah.
But you can make your own clock, which is kind of cool. You got the clock there, and then all the fixins. This is our dangerous walk. I don't know if you can really see how it's dipping. It's pretty bad. Let me see if I can get it from this angle over here. They're going to pull up all of these stones all the way around. But you can see how it underneath is kind of going under. The gutter used to bulk up onto it completely. But then right here it goes, you can see that. And then over here, I got to fix this one too. Over here. But he's going to pull up all of these stones. He said he's going to keep the same pattern. And then bring all of these up. And all the way over there. And he's going to fix our blocks there. But anyway, I thought I'd film this, show you what's going on with that. And then this clock that Jim finished. He put it together, and it seems to be working fine. So, there we go. I think he's got to do something with my bench. Needs to be painted. Okay, now we're at Lowe's because Jim has to replace some boards on our deck. We're thinking of just redoing the whole deck and doing it with the what's that stuff called, Jim, that we're looking at?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, well, you never have to stain the wood. So that's what we're looking at, see how much it costs. We have a feeling it's going to be out of our price range. Well, we gave the dimensions to the work desk, and they're going to work up a plan for us to let us know how much it cost. We picked out the wood and the things that we like. I have a feeling it's going to be way out of our price range, but we just have a couple boards we have to replace. But the deck is original to the house, and the house was built in 1999, so the deck is like 24 years old, so it does need to be replaced. And then we went to Starbucks, and I got my mango dragon fruit. Now we're at the gas station because we're going to get gas for tomorrow. It's just easier to do it today. And then we're going to go home. Jim's going to try to put his clock together. We got the parts for that. They did have it at Hobby Lobby, so we got the parts for the clock. He has a clock that he really likes that we've had for years and years, so he thinks he can replace it or fix it or whatever. So I probably should one day make my own clock. That would be kind of neat. I never even thought of it until he suggested getting the different parts. And then we have no other plans for the day. I think I'm going to get my summer clothes out and throw them in the laundry, because it's nice enough today that I could have wore shorts. We got a little thing going on there. So tomorrow it's supposed to be really nice. I think I want to pack some shorts and bring them just in case. It's going to be on the Lake Michigan, pretty close to the lake, obviously, because we did buy tickets to go on the tall ships. Although there's all kinds of things that tells you that the tall ship does not leave the dock. It's just a tour. The only other boat I've ever been on, like major boat to look at, was when we were in Boston. We went on the U.S. Constitution, which was interesting. That was an interesting boat to go on. And I don't know, Jim's having some sort of problem. I don't know what's going on with the gas. We'll find out here soon. What's the problem?
Yeah, I put my card in and everything, and it said take your card out, and then it flashed take your receipt. Didn't even get gas yet.
Well, hopefully you didn't pay for the person before us. What's the receipt?
Oh, I wonder if it's because of my card.
Oh, did you use your credit card?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to use the debit card.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay.
You got to use your debit card.
Yeah.
You could just use households, which I know you probably were
You
planning.
know what? I just figured out what it was.
We had our credit card.
Yeah,
somebody scammed us,
It's my mistake.
so we had to go and get a new credit card, and it hasn't come yet. And he was trying to use his old credit card. It doesn't work. They stopped
I had
it.
a problem with my credit card, so
So-
they canceled it. And I'm
So now he's
waiting
getting a
for
new
the
card. So now we're going to use the debit card. All right, that's it for now. Now that you know all of our life's business. Well, I was hoping to get home soon enough that I would be able to watch Kim's live this week, but no such luck. The live has already ended. So that's it. For dinner, I'm just gonna have my usual tuna fish sandwich. It's Friday. What can I say? And what I had for my lunch when we got home was I had some leftover spinach dip that Denise had made, and we had a tiny little bit of the cheesy potatoes. So I had that with my Starbucks. And then, like I said, we're gonna have tuna fish for dinner. But anyway, I'll bring you along tomorrow. Obviously my video will be posted late. It does say that the hotel has internet. If you don't hear from me, that means the internet was not working, or they did not really truly have internet, and I won't post until Sunday. So, but I'll take you with my day tomorrow, and we'll see how the day goes. How's that sound? So, in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you guys hopefully tomorrow, but if not, definitely Sunday.